Guys, and welcome back to another scouting episode, and it looks like Manchester United are close to signing Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna after he had a breakout season last year. Let's quickly get the boring stuff out of the way. If you are new here, make sure you like and subscribe, because I'm here to tell you about the best up-and-coming wonder kids in world football. And any transfers that do happen, I'll look at the strengths, weaknesses, and what they'll bring to their new club. But as always, let's have a look at a background of Joshua Zirkzee. Well, he was born on the 22nd of May 2001 in the Netherlands, which makes him 23 at the moment. He began his football career at the age of 5 when he joined Heckelingen before moving to Spartan 20 in 2010, where he played alongside his cousin. 3 years later, he joined Den Haag in 2013. Before impressing so much, he joined Feyenoord's academy. However, he only spent 1 year in Feyenoord's academy because he was getting a lot of hype around him, and he moved not only club but country as well. He moved to Germany and joined the Giants, Bayern Munich. After impressing in the youth ranks at Bayern Munich in March 2019, he made his debut for Bayern Munich B team, where he actually scored a hat-trick on his debut. Just 1 day later, he scored again for the under-19 side, a winning goal. And in the same year, he actually got promoted and made his senior debut for Bayern Munich in a group stage Champions League game away to Tottenham. And then just 5 days later, he made his Bundesliga debut, where he came on in the 90th minute and he actually scored the winning goal just pretty much immediately after coming on. And then just 2 days later, he done it again. He come off the bench in the final minutes and scored the winning goal against Wolfsburg. Then another highlight where he started the game against Borussia Mönchengladbach in a 2-1 win. He scored the opening goal and ended up finishing that season with a treble. But after a brilliant start of the season, he was loaned out to Parma. It was a loan with an option to buy. But in April 2021, he suffered an LCL injury in his loan spell. Well, he just made 4 appearances on. So Parma decided not to activate the option to buy, and later on he was again loaned to Anderlecht. He had an unbelievable season in 2021-22, finishing top goal scorer with 16 goals, and even provided 9 assists in 34 games. He's caught the attention of Bologna in Italy, and he was transferred on a permanent deal for them, with Bayern Munich having 40% cut of any possible transfer fee later on down the line. Then had an unbelievable season in Serie A, scoring 11 goals, finishing Bologna's top goal scorer, providing 5 assists, and helping Bologna qualify for the Champions League group stage for the first time in their history. Though he was born in the Netherlands, he was born to a Nigerian mother, and he's actually been representing Netherlands all at every single age group, from under 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, and now seniors. But his breakout season at Bologna has seen him linked heavily with Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in England. So I'm going to look at his strengths, weaknesses, and exactly what he'll bring to Old Trafford. So at Bologna, they had a manager, Thiago Motta, who did change his formation and his system often. So Joshua Zirkzee mainly played in a 4-1-4-1, being the 1 up front, in a 4-3-3, being that central striker and the 3, or he played in a 4-2-3-1. This just goes to show he's got the characteristics to adapt his game depending on the system and formation. But he's also got the unique attributes to thrive as a centre forward, standing at 6'4", but he excels with his link-up play, his movement, his dribbling, and his vertical dynamic ways about him when he's on the ball. Zirkzee has the tools to be one of the most complete strikers in world football, but he excels and he's at his ultimate best when he's getting involved in the link-up play. Zirkzee thrives with the ball. He likes to be heavily involved in everything, and you'll often see him drop deeper to come and receive the ball. One of his very best attributes is his spatial awareness and positioning. He's got a knack for just being at the right place at the right time. In essence, Zirkzee's constantly on the move, and this just withdraws opposition out of their natural position and it makes him difficult to really defend against. So he's really testing the concentration and the stamina of the opposition, and any lapse in that, he's got the ability to capitalise. Literally exceptional at just finding a way of creating separation from his marker. His ability to detect space, but not only that, detect the way the ball and the flow of the game is going is absolutely exceptional. He's extremely good at just playing through the lines, finding space in the little pockets, but not only that, he's extremely mobile, so you often see him peel out wide to either the left or right to cause overloads. So pretty much what I'm saying is he's not your traditional striker that'll always want to be that focal point. He will float around the place and drop deep at times to receive the ball and often have runners coming off him. But he'll move wide as well, so he just likes to dribble, likes to be on the ball, and will always attack the opposition. But for me, two of his best attributes are quite unique because you very rarely get this with a 6'4" striker. It's his first touch and his dribbling. He's an excellent dribbler. In fact, Thiago Motta said he's got a great first touch on him. He reminds us of his former teammate, Ronaldinho. That is some fucking praise. He's big, strong, physical. He's standing 6'4", like I mentioned, but he's got a wonderful gift in his technique. He's not specifically fast or got great acceleration, but his ability to anticipate the challengers, his marker's challenge, and just move the ball ever so slightly away, just into a yard of space, is absolutely phenomenal. He's like the king of dragbacks and like just touching a ball just beyond his marker, just so he can like dance around them. That's exactly what he does. It's like a sidestep dance around his marker. It's beautiful. His ability to offset an opponent with his first touch is extremely consistent. He's got the ability just to have one body feint before exploding the other way and make fake movements just to off-balance his opponent in order to beat him in a one-on-one dribble. One to have many tricks, but one of his biggest assets is his ability just to have that smart touch just to move the ball past the opponent, especially the way he just draws them in and commits them into a challenge, as he knows he's just going to either nutmeg them or just touch it around his left or right, because he can go both ways and it's extremely effective. So not only does he have exceptional anticipation and awareness to find space off the ball, he's got wonderful anticipation and awareness to find space on the ball as well. One of his major assets is involving everyone in the build-up phase. When he comes short, it creates space for oncoming runners, and that's why I think he could excel at Man United. He has good ball dominance, he has excellent close control, he has fast footwork, but he has intelligence, and that's one of the biggest threats he has. But aside from his excellent technical abilities, he's a big, strong, physical man as well. 6'4", and he's quite broad, so he's able to duel with defenders. He's able to hold them off with strength, and that's a massive advantage for him. He does well with his back to goal and is able to secure possession under intense pressure as well. You'll often find Zirkzee is he varies his movement depending on where the ball is in the plays. So, for example, if the ball is on the right, you'll often see him between the right back and the centre back in that pocket of space looking to receive the feet. If the ball is on the left, you'll be in between the left back and the left centre back, trying to find that pocket of space in order to receive defeat. But the best thing about him is when he receives defeat, his first instinct is to turn. No matter if he's under intense pressure, he's able to roll his man with his physicality, or he's able just to take the touch. And one of his biggest specialities is his Cruyff turns. He loves a Cruyff turn, but it's so big, it's intriguing the way he pulls it off. It's fascinating. Like I say, he's not the quickest off the mark, but he's got enough acceleration to beat his man. And once he gets going and gets into stride, he's got his long limbs just to build up momentum that way. The speed of an Mbappe or the speed of a Vinicius Jr., it's more, what's the word I'm looking for, like legged running, but once he gains momentum, he's quite powerful. His passing ability has made him a key part of Bologna's counter-attacking strategy, but their build-up phase as well. You can see when he receives a ball at feet, it triggers for runners because he's so good at linking up play. If you get runners on behind him, he has the ability to find them. But Bologna this season, he's been just as good as creating goals as he has scoring goals. He actually finished top for big chances created. That just highlights his in-game intelligence is exceptional, but his vision is exceptional as well. Pretty much what I'm saying, he's pretty much combined a number 10 and a number 9. He's like a hybrid. He's got the ability to do it all. So we've seen from the clips that you've seen on this video that he's got the ability to run in behind as well and bring control balls into his stride where he can get in on goal. What I'm trying to say is when he knows he hasn't got to always come and show for the ball, he's got the ability to drive into space in behind the defence as well. He's extremely athletic, he's got long limbs, and he's quite powerful when he's running. What's he like in the box? Well, the important part of a striker is to score goals. Zirkzee's done well, but he's not been excellent. So that is something that will have to improve within time. Because he's so involved with the build-up phase, he's not in the box as much as you would like. So you're going to have to get that combination correct. But it is something that's developing with experience. He's learning how to get that balance of dropping deep, but also being in that box. He is a man-mountain of a player. He's got brilliant physical strength. He's got a nice physical stature. He stands tall and strong. He can hold off players, but he's also got neat and tidy footwork in tight spaces. It's very unique for a centre-forward. But he's also excellent on the dribble, and I don't think people realise this. Not often do you get a 6'4" guy so mobile and agile as Zirkzee. But when he's in the box, he does demonstrate intelligent movement, often anticipating when the ball is arriving so he can position himself correctly. As you've seen from his goals at Bologna, he's got great composure in front of goal. He can strike with his left foot, he can strike with his right foot. He's very much both-footed. Places his shots well, but he's also got power behind them as well. But his work in tight spaces creates better angles for him to get a shot off. So what do you like in comparison to Rasmus Højlund? Well, as you can see from the stats on the screen, that Zirkzee is excelling in a lot more. However, he is doing it the Premier League is more intense and probably physical and a better league. So you've got to take that in consideration. But some of the stats that highlight Zirkzee's all-round completeness is he's finished top goal scorer, but finished second assister for Bologna. He finished with most shots on target, most big chances created, but he also finished with the most successful dribbles, and he finished second for key passes. So that just goes to show that he's able to shoot a lot, getting good goal-scoring positions, but he's also creating as well. And that's why I think he's extremely well-rounded, well-actioned for a centre-forward. Where he differs from Rasmus, I think Rasmus's done well, but I do think he needs a bit more competition. And Man United could do with someone different to offer something different during games. Rasmus is very good. He's a physical, dominant presence, but he loves to run in behind consistently, whereas you'll get a lot more link-up play with Zirkzee. And with Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, their ability to get in behind and find space, Alejandro Garnacho getting in behind. What are his weaknesses, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. I think for a player of 6'4", with his physical build, he needs to be better in the air. He's not aerially dominant enough. He challenges a lot, but he doesn't win a lot of duels, and that needs to increase if he is to come to the Premier League. And also his consistency, his form will fluctuate. You'll go through spells of being absolutely outstanding and then spells of being anonymous, even during games. So his consistency needs to improve. And his defensive work, he does press a lot, but it's kind of Lombard pressing. He needs to understand the triggers of pressing and when to press and how to press. And then finally, in the final third, you will see him making poor decisions, especially when he's under pressure. When he's got time to think about it, he's very good at executing those passes. When he's trying to do it off instincts, his decision-making can let him down. Guys, there's another episode, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, because there's going to be a lot more players to review in the future. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your time. And until next time, take care.